Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the backstory. If you're new here, kindly hit that subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified when we post a new video. Now ladies and gentlemen, the political transfer window for 2027 general election is now open. If you look at the political happenings within Kenya, it means that politicians are already campaigning for 2027 general election. Look at what President Ruto is doing. He's is going around the country in the name of launching projects, while in real sense, William Ruto is campaigning for his re-election in 2027. And this has made so many politicians uncomfortable, and they have also started working on their plans to capture or power in 2027 or to be re-elected in 2027. Today, something happened in Kakamega. Kakamega Senator Boni Khalwale has today declared that he's switching camp from Kenya Kwanza to Azimio. Boni Khalwale, who was a staunch supporter of William Ruto heading to 2027, has declared that he's joining Azimio and he will vie for the governorship of Kakamega, maybe under the umbrella of Azimio or on ODM ticket. Today, he met former Governor Oparanya, and after the consultative meeting, Boni Khalwale came out and said this.
That the reason why we came here is because 2 months ago, I visited the President of Kenya and announced to him that in 2027, I'll be running for Governor of Kakamega. Today was the day to now inform the county government of Kakamega that I'll be running for governor in 2027. I deliberately chose Governor Wycliffe Oparanya for this very important communication to this county because he was our first governor. I have met the former governor of Kakamega without prejudice to anybody, be it one who is currently in office or one who hopes to also vie for position of governor in Kakamega 2027. But today we have said with Governor Oparanya that there can be nothing that would make us not to agree to work together for the sake of development of Kakamega. So we have said, me and Governor Oparanya, we will work together for the sake of development in this county. My community, they've asked me to come and ask Governor Oparanya for his support. So we are encouraging Governor Oparanya in 2027 not to aim low, to aim high. And we are prepared to support him in that position at the higher level that is going to aspire for, because it should not be criminalized that when Kakamega asks for the highest position in the land or the second highest position in the land, it is disrespectful to some other county in our community. And we would like Oparanya's colleagues in Azimio to understand him for that. We would like my colleagues in Kenya Kwanza to understand me for that, because in politics it's said all politics is local.
He put me on toes, of course, to deliver. And because he put me on toes, I think I was able to deliver. And that is what a senator is supposed to do. Sometimes he puts you under pressure, you don't get annoyed. You know that is his work. And people thought that we were enemies. We are not enemies. And even if you thought that we were enemies, in politics there is no permanent enemy and permanent friends. What is important is interest. But today we have sat together and we have decided to bury any differences that people thought that we had, so that we work together for the benefit of people of Kakamega and do here as a whole. Yes. I've told him to consult with this coalition, consult with the president. I will also do the same in our side to make sure that we are all together come 2027.
When two senior brothers in our community can get together on a table and talk to each other, that is very important. And what I want to say is some communities or some other leaders out there become very uncomfortable when our leaders sit together. Because sometimes we are used as diapers, whereby people use us politically for their own benefit. And every time we sit together, it irritates people. But this time around, it's very important that our senior leaders have chosen a path where they want to talk to each other, irrespective of political affiliation. We must collectively bring our ideas and our ideologies together and get a common ground which can bring or yield a result for our people in terms of development.
And we want to remain like that. And we have really argued with Oparanya also to consider going for presidency, because we want also to have one of our own up there so that we can negotiate. So that whoever wants to do business with us will come to negotiate through Oparanya, because Oparanya becomes our gatekeeper. So we cannot remain like in a vacuum. We have Oparanya here, and we are saying that we are happy. Khalwale came here and actually also respecting Honorable Oparanya by also seeking his advice on how he's going to go about his position of gubernatorial campaign and all this, and we think that's good. And we urge Mheshimiwa Oparanya to consider also supporting Khalwale, because he has been there. They've come from a long way together since 2002, and they are colleagues, they are friends, and all this, and they work together when they were together.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is Boni Khalwale, the bullfighter. Boni Khalwale, who campaigned for William Ruto in 2027. I think he gave it his all. And for Kenya Kwanza to lose Boni Khalwale, that is a very big dent that Boni Khalwale leaves in Kenya Kwanza, more so in Western region. Remember, Boni Khalwale campaigned for William Ruto. But the question is, why is Boni Khalwale leaving Kenya Kwanza for Azimio? Two things come into my mind. One is the fact that Western Kenya, or Kakamega as a region, is pro-Azimio. It's an ODM zone. And Boni Khalwale has realized that for him to clinch that seat, the governor's seat, he has to align himself with the most popular party within that region, which is ODM, which is under Azimio. And that is why Boni Khalwale has decided to consult or contact former Governor Oparanya to support him heading to 2027. Now, remember that Oparanya delivered votes for Raila Odinga in Kakamega due to the fact that he worked so well and delivered services to the people, to the residents of Kakamega. And they still hold him high. So whoever he will support heading to 2027, or whoever he will support in 2027, will most definitely clinch that seat. The second issue here is the fact that Kenya Kwanza is losing its support base within Central and in Kenya due to the fact that they have failed to deliver on the promises. So Boni Khalwale finds it somehow uncomfortable campaigning on a Kenya Kwanza platform due to the fact that Kenya Kwanza has failed. So what will he tell the residents of Kakamega heading to 2027? Because when he was campaigning for William Ruto, they promised Kenyans so many things. They promised the residents of Kakamega so many things, which they have failed to deliver. So for him, is like, what will I tell the residents of Kakamega? How will I sell myself to the residents of Kakamega? So that is why his moving comes early enough, so that come 2027, he will have something to sell to his people. Remember, Boni Khalwale has been quoted in the media on several occasions attacking the Kenya Kwanza administration. There was a time, sometimes back, when he attacked the deputy president by telling him off over statements that were made by the deputy presidents on matters to do with Kenya Kwanza being like a company where guys own it, depending on the shares that they hold in this government. Boni Khalwale was quoted as telling off the deputy president. So he's been uncomfortable with the way things are happening in the Kenya Kwanza administration. The third issue that I believe drives Boni Khalwale to Azimio is the fact that the current governor for Kakamega, Fernandes Barasa, who was elected on an ODM ticket, has been quoted in the media. Like last month, he was quoted attacking the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, whereby he told off Raila Odinga and told him to work closely with William Ruto.
Mimi nachukua fursa hii kuambia wale viongozi ambao walipewa nyadhifa mbalimbali za uongozi, please give the president a break. Mambo ya petty politics wachana nayo. Mlipewa kazi ya kufanya, fanyia wananchi kazi. Mimi ni jirani wa rais, na ukiwa jirani, ujirani unaletwa na Mungu. Ni hivyo. I will still continue supporting the president. Lakini kuna wale ambao mara asubuhi wanasema Barasa amekaribisha fulani, Barasa alikula na fulani. That is petty politics. Please give our president an ample opportunity of uniting our country na kushughulikia maslahi ya wananchi.
So within Azimio or within ODM, guys are uncomfortable with the way Fernandes Barasa is working closely with William Ruto. Remember, Fernandes Barasa, when it comes to politics, he is an unstarter. And the guy who made Fernandes Barasa become the governor is none other than Oparanya. I remember there was a time, there were several accusations of, that is leading to 2022 general elections, there were several accusations of Barasa being a very close friend to William Ruto. But Oparanya, being a close friend to Barasa, supported him. And I remember Azimio came up with, coined a winning team, whereby they convinced Ayub Savula, then who also wanted to vie for the governorship. Then they convinced Ayub Savula to support Fernandes so that they could coin a winning team against the likes of the current Secretary General of UDA, Malala. So had Oparanya not convinced Savula, had Azimio not convinced Savula, and had Oparanya not supported Fernandes Barasa, he would have not made it for the governorship. But Fernandes Barasa has forgotten about the support that was given by Azimio. He has forgotten about the support that Oparanya gave him, and he's now shown them their back. So within Azimio, there is that kind of discomfort. There's that kind of cold relationship between Barasa and the Azimio guys. So Boni Khalwale is trying to take advantage of the fact that there is that cold relationship and maximizing on this by endearing himself to Azimio leaders. So this going forward will give Boni Khalwale an edge over Fernandes Barasa and Ayub Savula. Because remember, Boni Khalwale is also a very skillful mobilizer and is a strong and knowledgeable politician. So if he's supported by Oparanya and Azimio, and the fact that Kakamega is an ODM county. Whoever will be supported by ODM or Azimio will carry the day. So that is why Boni Khalwale is trying as much as possible to endear himself early enough to Azimio so that he can clinch that position. But this is a very big blow to the Kenya Kwanza administration. You know, Kenya Kwanza administration pegged all their hopes on leaders like Boni Khalwale, Mudavadi, and the current speaker, Wetangula. There are some talks within the corridors of power that Ruto right now are not in good books with Wetangula, due to the fact that there was this bill which was presented to Parliament, and Wetangula, being a professional, being a lawyer, gave his professional opinion about that bill. And that did not sit down well with William Ruto's handlers. So there are conflicts. Cliffman has it that there's a conflict between William Ruto and Wetangula. So losing Boni Khalwale to Azimio will hit Kenya Kwanza hard, because look at it this way: if you have Boni Khalwale, Oparanya on one side, that is a formidable force that Kenya Kwanza cannot beat in Kakamega, which means Kakamega is a gone case if this is implemented as is. So all this is boiling down to the fact that William Ruto is losing popularity on the ground due to the fact that he's not fulfilled some of the promises, and then the high cost of living that is hitting Kenya's left, center, and right is also making Kenya Kwanza unpopular. Remember, the likes of Mudavadi have also gone silent. You don't see them going out there to campaign or even talk to the common man, because the question would be, what are you coming to tell us? What have you delivered? You promised us heaven, and here we are suffering. So this is a very big challenge, and this is a very big hit to the Kenya Kwanza administration. So unless a miracle happens, this will be a sealed fate for Kenya Kwanza in Kakamega County. So ladies and gentlemen, that is it from me this evening. If you are new here, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified when we post a new video. Until next time, goodbye.